In today's video, we're going to talk about some of the concerns that a lot of Amazon FBA sellers have come to us with. We're actually going to be able to provide you with some solutions to these problems that will save you money. So it's very important just to watch the entire video here, guys. This is something that we're going to be dropping a lot of knowledge on. I'm actually going to show you when I found out about the news and the impact that it's had on my business and how it will impact everybody else's business too. Welcome back everyone to Deal Hunters. I hope of course you are all well. Today's video is one that's causing a lot of panic out there. Now I want to make it clear, we have advised everyone on this channel in our free Discord, get in, it's free, the wholesale course, whatever you have any dealing with Deal Hunters on the socials, medias, anything, you will be well aware of this. So this shouldn't have come as a great surprise, but on the 1st of August, Amazon has changed their rulebook really. They are now charging VAT on everything that they offer you, and what I'm talking about is the likes of your subscription, which is £25 plus VAT. The VAT up until the 1st of August you could claim back or just not pay it if you declared it. Now you will be paying that. There's no loophole around it. You can of course claim it back if you're VAT registered, but that is not applicable to a lot of beginners. Most beginners will not have reached the £90,000 sales to go VAT registered. Now you can voluntarily go VAT registered, and we'll talk about that later on down the video, and how you can actually claim this back even after the fact. But for now, I just want to make it clear, this is going to have a massive impact on cash flow, and I think it's going to have a massive impact on potential newbies joining the Amazon FBA game, because it's just going to hurt their profit margins. Currently there's 280,000 active sellers in the UK. These changes are expected to impact many e-commerce businesses, particularly on their cash flow and bookkeeping requirements. So paying VAT on Amazon fees, currently UK sellers did not pay VAT up until the 1st of August. Now you will, and that is going to be 20% VAT, and this is applicable to Europe as well. They will also pay VAT. This includes referral fees, fulfillment by Amazon fees, and any other charges associated with selling on the platform. As I said, the £25 subscription fee, you might as well say that is now £30. There will be, if you take any of their other services like the labeling, the PPC, anything at all that you take, bubble wrap services, you know, anything that you can get from Amazon, everything will be subject to VAT. Now, why this change came about, what happened was they were actually based in Switzerland. That's where they were doing it. They didn't need to charge VAT, and as always, Amazon are not sharing the burden by perhaps reducing their fees and then charging the VAT. There's just a straight up 20% extra on all selling fees and any fee associated with Amazon, and that you as the seller will take that full burden. And ultimately what will happen, in my opinion, is that will be passed on to the customer. You'll feel the brunt of it now. We're 11 days into August. You're feeling the brunt of it. You're seeing all the mad calculations, your SAS, your BuyBot Pro, all the different platforms that we would recommend on the channel. And don't forget, we're impartial. We look at all services so we can give you the best sort of input to what we think is the best value out there. And all of the different platforms at different times weren't up to date with this. They maybe made things more complicated. Sellerboard really made a mess up, sort of advising you to change this set and change that set, and when you didn't need to do anything. Mad panic in the groups, people really freaking out, and understandably. One minute you're having 30% ROI on a product, and then the next thing it seemed to be you were minus 10%. It was insane. But again, you should be well prepared. You should have got rid of your inventory. You should have been able to choose the settings to see how it would affect you come 1st of August, and hopefully you have mitigated those issues and got rid of a lot of the products before the 1st of August. But if you haven't, what are you going to do? Well, this is what happened to me when I found out about the news.
Selling on Amazon, FBA was a dream, but then they changed the VAT. Now I'm running lean. Profits took a hit, cash flow went dry. Now I'm skinned, watching my margins slide by.
That was obviously a bit of a joke. That's how I think people felt in the scenario. Me being VAT registered, this doesn't really matter to me. I can charge back all the VAT anyway, so it's not a huge issue for VAT registered people. But again, for newbies, it's quite a bitter pill to swallow. I mean, I remember when I first started, you know, £25 subscription fees. You're trying to set up your business. Nearly the first month, you're just trying to get inventory in, and then the £25 fee comes out. So straight away, you know, you're 50 quid down. Well, that will be now £60 just before you're even getting started. That's why it's so essential to do all the research before you pay that subscription fee. If you're a newbie, give yourself the best chance, have plenty of inventory, perhaps come into the houses and then pay for the subscription to get going. There is other ways to mitigate your outlay initially, and especially if you're starting off with a small budget of maybe £500, you know, it's going to be lean, it's going to be tight. So again, we recommend always starting off with as much money as possible. Do your research, maybe buy our course, or do your research on YouTube for free or whatever it may be. We have a new beginner course to try and help people. We've launched it over the last month or so. £99, everything you need to know to start an Amazon FBA business. And as your business grows, you can grow with us. We will then knock off that off any other courses you wish to buy. So effectively, this course is free, really. We're trying our best to help all newbies, because we understand that it is very difficult out there. And with a team of 5 of us, you know, we were all newbies at one stage, and we understand the hardest bit is taking that first step. Bookkeeping adjustments for Amazon sellers. UK sellers need to take account for this. Amazon fees were accounted for using the reverse charge expense tax rate. However, with the recent changes, all Amazon fees will become taxable in the UK. Sellers should update their accounting software to reflect this change accurately. If your business is UK VAT registered, you can reclaim your VAT returns to HMRC. However, if your business is not VAT registered, because you are below the 90,000 VAT threshold, your Amazon fees will increase by 20%, and that's just really it. Now, what's the big question? Should you just go VAT registered? I'm getting fleeced more. Well, again, I would say no. I think it's the exact same thing. You could always go VAT registered from the start. There's a lot more admin, bookkeeping fees. There's a lot more to get your head around. I think as a newbie, you just have to suck it up. Make sure when you're finding their products that they are going to give you enough profit with these fees, and it'll just the suit. Now, what I think will happen, and unfortunately what always seems to happen in these scenarios, is everyone's just going to find their feet. I would imagine the majority of the products that you were selling that perhaps are now running at a lower ROI, once the newbies get out, and hopefully this video reaches the masses, please like, share it around, let people know. What will happen is everyone should just increase their prices. I'm not saying it'll go up mad ROI, but I mean, you're not paying a huge amount, and we'll look at an example of the difference in VAT. What you will find is this will be passed on to the customer, increasing prices, and as always, the customer takes the burden. At times with high inflation and all this, it's really not a great timing by Amazon. The previous change that we had where merchant fulfilled was getting a priority on the buy box, the perk of being primed doesn't really matter as much anymore. So that is another way that you could potentially go down it, reduce the Amazon FBA fees and do merchant fulfilled. But again, this is something that people want to kind of automate. If you're doing merchant fulfilled and having to do all the packing and ordering, you know, it's just like selling on eBay or something, and it's not as attractive. So you really have to look at it. Everything for me, it doesn't change anything. It's just a slightly different change of setting. It doesn't change when you have something that's 100% ROI anyway, and it drops to 90% ROI. You're still making good profit. It won't really matter. Our deal sheets have been incorporating this and forward thinking for the last month. So anyone that has our deal sheets, generally speaking, should be covered and, you know, have accepted this difference in fees. So let's have a look at seller amp because for easiness. So if we type in £5 for this product, say lady parts, we can see the return on investment. The return on investment before the 1st of August would have been 82%. Now what you'll want to do on SAS, for example, well, you can do different things. You can choose standard rate and toggle these settings, but if you're not VAT registered, the simplest way to do it is just to go not registered, and that will bring you to 63%. Now, if you want to make sure or see the differences, roughly what's that, 16-17% of a difference in your ROI. It sucks, but profit is still profit. Estimated Amazon payout. If you click on this, you will see here sale price, the referral fee, the fulfillment fee. These are two things you'll pay VAT on, and the VAT 97p. So what you would do is you add the 2.14 plus the 2.73, divide by 100, times by 20. That's your VAT on the selling fees. The difference between that and the other normal is that when you sell a product, you will pay VAT on the sale price. And I think that's where all the panic was. People's settings were set up wrong and they were just seeing VAT on everything. That's not what it is. If you're not VAT registered, you still don't pay VAT on the sale price. It's only on the fees. So really, it's not a huge difference. It still sucks. I appreciate it. It still sucks, but it's not a huge difference. And hopefully you've got products even after this setting that you're still making profit and everything. you know, clear the lines on the lower end stuff, and you'll just have to find new products. But if you're new to the game, brand new to Amazon FBA, doesn't change. Business model still great. This will sort itself out over the coming weeks, and the end consumer will get hit with the extra charges. I'm not worried about it personally speaking. I don't think it should put off anybody from selling on Amazon FBA. It's just people that maybe weren't aware of it, didn't keep an eye on things, aren't subscribed to like Deal Hunters or companies like us, and you've just didn't realize. This has come as a great disappointment to you, and hopefully you've not got a lot of inventory that's making you a loss, because in my opinion, I think you just need to suck it up, clear it, maybe hold your line for a while to see what way it goes. But if you can get a bit of profit, I would probably look to just close the decks on it and find new products now to start consuming. That is everything, guys. I hope that helps, clears it up a bit. Really, if you're new and you're thinking about this, it won't change. Our deal sheets are still going to get you the same ROI as we always said. It's a bit more difficult for us. Listen, that's the game. I do think it'll all come out in the wash. Please like, subscribe, help us grow the channel, check us out on socials, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.